we were starting the FFA and we had a join bug, and all of a sudden there was a patch. Didn't expect that. I mean, in the previous patch notes, 1.362, they said they're gonna observe what's going to happen. And it's been a week between the live patch and the hotfix. So first and foremost, let's go into the hotfix. The following hotfixes went live in the evening hours. Fixed an issue where game would crash on login. Charged items cooldown will no longer reset when the item is passed to another hero. This is the big one. We'll talk about that. Roll of Necromancy cooldown reduced for 22 seconds. It was 24 seconds. This is to compensate for the indirect nerf it is receiving from the charged item cooldown change above. Arranged teams cannot search as partial random teams. Arranged teams will only match against the same number of players. Example, 2-person AT can search 3 and 3 or 4 and 4 is no longer possible. All right. Replaced Scourge Basin with Timbermoor 3 and 3 map pool and updated Hammerfall to reflect the most for a recent version. So this is probably a discussion in the AT community if this is good or not. I, to be honest, don't know much about it, so I will not be commenting on this. Hammerfall was the old version with the fountains, which has since been replaced. That's a good one. Shout out for that. This one here. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? It's because of Wand of Negation. Wand of Negation is the new item in the Undead shop. It's the Dispel item, the Dispel Wand, right? You probably heard all of our patch talks and you know about that. So when this was introduced, there was a lot of discussion. Is it too strong? Is it too expensive? Does it hit at the right time? Should it be barred behind a building? When this went live, it was good that they introduced it. When this went on the PTR, this item had no cooldown at all. So you could boom, boom, dispel 400 damage on summoned units. That was too strong. So they implemented a cooldown on the item, which is the right thing. So keep in mind that there's very few items in that category that have a cooldown because it's charged items, right? There are, of course, many items that work in a similar way. For example, a staff of preservation or something, but that is not a charged item because you can reuse it all the time. So that's a different thing. It's basically the Rod of Necromancy, the Wand of Negation, the Wand of Lightning Shield, which is not really in play anymore, and the Wand of Mana Stealing. So the use case before this hotfix, as I said, was use the Dispel on, let's say, your DK, swap the item to the Lich, the cooldown resets, you can use it again, and then you Dispel the second time. This was also used with the Rod of Necromancy from tier 2 on. You summon skeletons, you pass the item to your second hero, use it again. And then you have 4 skeletons instead of 2. Rather strong, right? From tier 2 on. So, first of all, what this does is, it makes tier 1 Rod of Necromancy a bit stronger. Okay, you can discuss if this is necessary or not. But this thing here opened up a whole can of worms. Because we talked about the implications for charged item with multiple charges. But one charge is also a charge. And consumable items with one charge are potions of healing, potions of mana, invul potions, etc., etc., etc. So what this does now is, and that is either funny or sad or something in the middle. And I thank the community for raising criticism and feedback on this change. Shout out to Baron for putting this post together. The recent hotfix impacts all charged items with a cooldown, not just the rod. Recently a post was made about the hotfix. It seems most people here and on Discord are presuming this only impacts Undead. However, it is all charged items with a cooldown. So this includes mana pots, health pots, heal scrolls, invo potions, speed scrolls, anti-magic, etc, etc. I have no idea why these items are considered charged, but they were impacted by the change. Well, it's all consumables with a charge, and one charge is considered a charge, not just two. It might not say the one on the bottom right, but it is one charge. This isn't going to just impact Undead. This won't impact every game, true, but it will for sure result in a game here and there where someone tries to pass a pot or scroll to a second hero after using the same item on their first hero originally, and the cooldown will prevent them from using it on their second hero. This could certainly impact the result of some games if players don't realize this or are unable to use the item due to the cooldown. So keep in mind before loading up a game and get into a tight spot, plan accordingly. I also thought this only impacts the rod when I first heard about it, but people have been testing it. Just wanted to make this post to clear up the confusion. That's exactly the problem. And it gets weird. We're gonna load up a game and I'm gonna show it to you because I talked a lot now, but you guys realize things better if you see them in comparison to when you hear them. While I load up my Warcraft, thank you Techo for the 17-month. Good stream less than 3. Space Günther 14-month. I know you contact me on WhatsApp. I will reply as soon as I can. So, let's dive in. Warcraft 3. Beautiful game. Let's go on to Booty Bay because why not? Alright, we gotta tech to tier 2 and get the heroes. So, we do have our heroes. And let's say I'm gonna buy 2 potions. Let's say I'm gonna buy 3 potions. So I'm gonna hurt myself a little now so that I can use the potion. We got 3 potions, right? You see everything? You do. Alright, so I use the potion. Now everything is on a 20-second cooldown. I'm gonna use this and carry it over, and on the old patch, there would be no cooldown. But there is a cooldown now. This is odd. That shouldn't be this way. So the cooldown is saved on the item and not the hero. Yep. And things can get a little more weird. Okay, now this is unfortunately... I don't have something with 3 stocks. If you have something with 3 stocks, it gets even weirder. Because let's say you got 3 potions. Build a new shop. You're right. Let's say you got 3 potions. Wait, how do I do this exactly? Ah, you do have 3 charges here. Okay, I got 1 here as well. So let me put this heal potion here. So I'm gonna use this potion now to put my item on cooldown. It's at 17 seconds now. Now I'm using this potion and I have a 20-second cooldown here. And then I pass it over And then I have one heal potion with 15-second cooldown and one heal potion with 5-second cooldown. You got different cooldowns on the same item. That has never been the case in Warcraft 3 history. And that's the problem. It's not an issue with the staff, because the staff is not a consumable. So this is bad. This is confusing. And I think there's a certain skill on it in swapping items. It was always a weird interaction with the Rod of Necromancy, that's fine. And all this confusion is due to a Wand of Negation. Is that worth it? I don't think so. I think the Wand of Negation was kind of fine. If the task is to use the item, swap the item over, use the item again, I think that is some micro tax that's put on this move. And then it's fine. This hotfix is a hot mess. And it should just be reverted. I appreciate it that they try. But applying, like, nobody, they didn't think about this. A lot of people didn't see it initially when they read the hotfix things. Plus, it makes the tier 1 Rod of Necromancy even better than it already was, while it was already one of the S-tier tier 1 items. What happens if you use an item when already on cooldown? All the items get new cooldowns? That, my friend, is an interesting question. So, I'm gonna hit my lich. Wait, scene. I'm gonna hit my lich. I'm gonna add my cooldown to the next potion. And this potion has no cooldown, right? So use it, cooldown on, swapped, and it resets the cooldown of the item you have in the inventory when it had a lower cooldown. What a mess! What a mess! What an absolute mess! So they saw a little problem, tried to fix the little problem, and created a dumpster fire. They have the right intention, but they don't have the right solution. And did people really complain about Wand of Negation? I really don't think so. Does it work on heal selves? Heal selves have no cooldown. What happens if you have 2 potions, drop 1, use the other, and then pick it up again, and then pass it over to a hero? Okay. What happens if you have 2 potions, drop 1? Okay, I have 2 potions, drop 1, use the other. Oh, I can't. Use the other, then pick it up again. Oh wow, it has the cooldown, and then swap it over. It still has a cooldown. It still has a cooldown. Oh, damn, you didn't see. Sorry, I will do it again. My opponent is getting active. So. Okay, I'll show it again, just as Coryphean said. Okay. Okay, what happens if you have 2 potions? Lol. Okay, let's wait a second. Gotta destroy the horde real quick with my amazing micro. Okay, so what happens if you have 2 potions? You drop one, you use the other, pick it up again, it shares the cooldown on the hero. Even if I pass it over, it still has the cooldown. What's more concerning is, can you do something that one hero can use unlimited item with no cooldown? I think that heroes and items now have a cooldown. It doesn't... Like... Now the micro move is to drop the potion and pick it up with the other hero. Drop on ground, use potion, pick up potion on ground with the second hero. Okay. Drop item. Use potion. Pick it up. Yeah, that works. But that's supposed to work. Oh my, what a mess this is, man. But that's not a realistic use case, I think. But this will affect fights. So, I can tell you from experience that the developer, I don't know how many there are, usually reading the forums. It's been reported on the forums. They're usually reading Reddit. It's reported on Reddit. And we try to signal boost this as well. So hopefully this is fine and will be fine. I think there's no shame in admitting that they didn't see the implication. Because let's be honest, nobody thought of one charge items when they read the patch line. Is it really so impactful? It's edge cases, but why create this problem? This game has a lot of problems. We don't need to create more. Now you cannot pass heal scroll if the first hero has used it already. Yeah, you gotta distribute them before. You gotta distribute them before. So yeah, that's a problem. And then there's the rat's tail of making Rod of Necromancy even stronger than it already was on tier 1, which is not that great in itself. You are just used to old things. For me, this is a cool change. You like to have 3 different cooldowns on your items, which is the same item? Does it work with backpack units? Oh my god. Pantheradeus, thank you for the sub. Kung Fu Kanaratte, thank you for the sub. 3,241. 3,250 is close. This is the kind of thing that people would have gotten used to if it was a quirk of the mechanics for 20 years, but introducing it now is really weird. I totally agree. So, yeah, that's what it is. Does the item use resets cooldown of other items that are already on a cooldown? Yes. We just tested that. So yeah. It's it's clearly an issue. Like, I know people are trying to defend the devs that this is how it should be. This is an intended change. It's not intended. It's not intended. They wanted to tackle Rod of Necromancy and Wand of the Wind. They didn't think about this. This fix should have gone to PTR first. Yes! Yes! I praise them highly for not applying patches during WAL or other big tournaments. And then they do this balance and gameplay affecting change in the middle of WAL playoffs and Rara qualifiers. This is not something that belongs in a hotfix. Yes, I think so too. And One of Negation was fine. It didn't see too much use. It's strong. And of course, that item swap thingy makes it stronger. But it's not the time, nor the place, nor the right execution to do it like that. And it's, yeah. I mean, it's kind of sad that we are criticizing small changes like this. But we have to. And while you're at it, dear people of the Blizzards in Irvine, California, or wherever you are if you're from an outsourced team, I have a major issue again to report. Is the FPF bug back after the hotfix? This has happened a few times now after hotfixes. I'm dropping frames like crazy on an AMD 7 and a 4070 Ti. This guy rich. This has happened maybe 2 times now after hotfixes. I agree. A lot of people have complained about this. Scars, Changer. I've seen it all over the Discords. I've seen it in the WC3 Reddit. I've seen it in the Warcraft 3 Reddit. I don't know if it's on Battle.net forums, but there is clearly something wrong with FPS. So fix it, please. It's so important. So important. So I'm taking a look. It's still 1-1 in the 2-2. Happy Versock coming up later. Yeah, it's I gotta say, it's kind of exhausting, but something like this happens in all Blizzard games. I'm playing a lot of Diablo 4 since the latest patch, and also there, like, they patched something and it has implications that they didn't think about. And I think the communication in the Diablo 4 team is rather good at the moment. And dear Blizzard devs, I know you're not talking much. You can talk via fixes, right? If you admit, yo, we didn't see that coming. We take it back. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in admitting that this is causing something that nobody saw coming. It's all good. We're not mad at you yet. But please don't leave it in. Please don't leave it in. It complicates things in an already complicated and not so easy to play game. Thank you, Old Mate Dad, with the raid. Hope you had a wonderful time. By the way, why do you have to trash a game I play when I clearly say that I enjoy it? What do you get from it? Oh, you enjoy D4? Let me shit on it. What do you get from that? Oh, I'm playing the superior action RPG. Sips tea. I'm so sophisticated when I play my Path of Exile. Yo, Kuchen, what's up, man? Hope you have a good day. Beautiful weather. What are you doing inside? Yeah, so we broke the game. But it's good to see hotfixes. I would love to see more hotfixes. It feels like we have like 15 minutes. 15 to 20. Till Happy vs. Soccer's coming up. So maybe I can give my impression on developments during this patch. It's not a balanced critique or anything. Yeah, Kuchen with the sub. So you're really bad at Warcraft. At some point we'll have to play against each other. Let's go, man. I'm up for a challenge. Hit me up. I don't know. You'll find a way to contact me, right? Either Discord or Twitch DM or whatever. But always up for a challenge. And yes, I am pretty bad at Warcraft for sure. Yo. Balance thingies. Should I put this down? I'm not really prepared for this, to be honest. I didn't expect this 2-2 to go for this long. Oh, game 1 is over. Who won? Colorful and Lin. 1-0. Alright, so we got like 15 minutes till the one-on-one starts. My initial response to the patch, I think this can, after a week, I saw a couple of games. There we go. By the way, Bidu, you fucking idiot. I saw your podcast. Yes, I'm one of the 20 people. You really don't understand why I seed in an open qualifier? You really don't? Like, do you not understand why I seed in an open qualifier? I'm kinda... I don't really know if you're saying these things to get a reaction off of me, or are you really not getting it? Because if you don't have seeding in an open qualifier, the seeding does itself by sign-up time. So the top seed is the player who signs up first, right? And then A, you get in a super unbalanced bracket. And then you could say, well, then just shuffle it. But then also, you could have, in theory, worst case scenario, you get Happy versus Starbuck first round in a best of 1. My tastes are based AF. You misspelled bad. Don't know where this SE is coming from. So yeah, obviously you seed in open qualifiers. Seedings make everything better. Always. Numbskull. Dude, I could do a reaction of that podcast and correct you every 2 minutes. I should probably do that. Jesus Christ. At first it was funny, then at some point I got mad. But hey, Bidu has a podcast, check it out. So, patch 1362. Gut feeling. Okay. While the game is running. My gut feeling. Ghouls are now too bad on tier 3. I feel like it's definitely the right direction, but it's so far into the direction that you threw ghouls over a cliff. I'd say 20 movement speed, a bit extreme, reduce it to 10. Give 10 MS back, please. I think we also realized that movement speed is a very, very delicate thing. And maybe the values of movement speed should be valued even higher than we already thought. Oh, okay. Frenzy ghouls are now too bad. Okay? Frenzy ghouls are now too bad. I think that is a problem for sure. Because undeads feel really, really hopeless versus human. I mean, we saw necro wagons. We really don't want to see necro wagons. No, don't give me necro wagons every game. I would hate that. But we could see Cryptlord as well. So that's definitely some developments here. I think human is too strong versus orc. This might be a bit controversial. Feeling you can do anything you want at all times, lol. I don't really know what the problem is. It's certainly the Headhunter nerf. That does something. I don't know if that's the best thing to tackle though. Either revert HH nerf or tackle defend. Because let's be honest, I know I'm known as a human hater, etc., but it is clearly an observation that can't be refuted. Archmage, Water Elementals, Footman is a disease around tier 2. It just is. It's so strong. It's hard to punish. I don't think it should be this strong. So either you nerf the Water Elemental or you nerf Defend. I do feel that nobody is playing perfectly against it. Like Orc Spike Barricades is only slowly becoming a thing, which could be really helpful. But if a level 2 Archmage and 4 Footmen are able to tear you apart and you can't really do anything against it, and that goes for Orc and Night Elf, and to a mini degree Undead, even though Undead has obviously better solutions than anyone else. Tackle Defend or Water Elemental. Yeah. I don't know what the right thing is. I don't know. And we have to be very, 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 very careful here, as always, as this is stuff that affects all matchups. Spike barricades help, but it doesn't prevent the level 3 AM push. That's right. Spikes only help against the footman, not against the water elemental. Yeah, this is I don't know. This is tough to balance in my opinion. To be honest, I could talk about human a bit more because we've also seen some desperate states. Like even if you survive the early tier 2 push, then what do you do against tier 3 human? You can't. So tier 3 Hugh is tier 3 Orc. That in itself can totally be fine. Because it's an asymmetric game. But I feel like we've come to a point where it's uncounterable. And then you have to break the human before he gets to tier 3. And then the tier 2 timing comes in, which ruins any chances to do anything on tier 2. Except Farseer, Firelord, mega pushes that are all-ins. And we don't really like all-ins. I would more precisely say level 2 Water Elemental is quite strong, and in combination of being able to creep level 3 quite well, level 1 Water Elemental plus footy is rather easily counters from good players. I've still seen it destroy players on the top level, but level 2 Water Elemental is definitely the strongest issue. Thing is, if you only give Headhunters the 1 damage bag, will that already impact your ability to reach level 3? Because then the pressure might be back on you. Like every tiny change could flip this matchup again on pro level. And there's things that you can do. There's a lot of things you can do, but I don't know what the right one is. Headhunter, defend, level 2 Water Elemental. That's okay, that's fine. Yeah, this is my gut feeling. I also think... Is the game about to be over? I see heroes dying. Oh, yeah. Lynn and Colorful are winning. This is... The next point is my weakest point. Tier 2 human is too strong versus elf with Blood Mage. I think Rifle Priest Blood Mage pushes are crazy. But I'm very certain that I'm right here in the first 2 points. I'm not really sure if I'm right here. So let me put that in italic. I would love to see tier 3 human versus tier 3 elf. But that fantasy is getting ruined by the human push. And it's mostly due to banish. Mostly banish. Because RIP, DH, and bears. Apart from that, it seems to be fine. But yeah, those are probably the 3 strongest gut feelings I have right now. Is there anything else that I saw and thought, WTF? Why are ghouls too bad on tier 3 since they only nerf the movement speed but not the attack speed? We talked about this for hours on this channel already. Attack speed nerf doesn't really do much. Movement speed nerf was the thing. Attack speed nerf only matters on buildings, not on units. Yeah, of course, I get some human players mad, but hey, this is my gut feeling. I think that Night Elf Undead is in a state, though. Ooh, Night Elf Undead is really fun again. Or I couldn't watch this matchup anymore. You saw my tier list probably of my matchups. I hated every Night Elf Undead match with the passion. Had my alarm set, 9-minute, yada, yada, yada. You know the push is over, so boring. Now, crazy back and forth, multiple bases, both on tier 3, both are transitioning with more fiends. Then you counter the bears, then he goes into talents, then you go into something with disease cloud because dryads are taken over as well. So good. So good. Ah, that's so much fun. Would be nice if human can go tier 3 with one base. Bruh, human is going tier 3 versus orc with one base and nothing is stopping them. Nothing is stopping Sock. Nothing stopping Sock. I take the way Sock plays as the standard. That should probably be a disclaimer.